Hey guys, we're back, and my friend Virtual, I'm doing two of his songs. Well, I just tried to film two other songs he suggested, which were "It's a Sin to Tell a Lie" by I think it was the QB Sisters, and then he had uh, De- Depeche Mode, "Halo." So I was in the middle of filming it, and I guess I ran out of storage, so it's gone. So I I thought it was just gonna be kind of weird to just do it again because it wouldn't be an authentic first listen to. So I'm just gonna, for Virtual, I'm just gonna tell him what I thought about both of them and then go on to the other two songs that he suggested. Um, so the first one is Sin to Tell a Lie. So the instruments sounded like they were like with old strings and kind of out of tune. It sounded really weird. The and it also sounded like the instruments were kind of competing with each other, and it was sounding like chaos, and it wasn't really meshing well. It was like one person doing one solo while another person was doing another solo on, like, it sounded like they were on violins, and it just was not coordinating with each other at all. Their voices also was not a fan of. It sounded really weird. It was just kind of like, also the lyrics were horrendous. I hated what they were talking about. It was like really, they sounded like really needy and really like just like there's really low self-esteem with the stuff they were saying, like about what was it they were saying with their other, like, if you better say you love me, you better not lie about it, something like that. I'm reiterating, but you better not lie that you love me, because if you break my heart, then I will die, or something. I was like, oh my gosh, it's freaking dramatic. But anyway, then there was Depeche Mode, which was Death by Synth and Keyboard. And with that one, I felt like it would, like, it build really well, and then where it would get to, like, it sounded like pretty good, but then it like would, at the tail end of it, before it would like restart and like kind of get softer and go build up again. It seemed like each time it did that, like it needed to build up further before it did that. And also, I made a comment on it when I was listening to it, that if they would have had like a sustained note or like a tremolo note, like on a guitar, when it would like build up, like that would have made it like sound so much more impactful. That was just like a critique. Little, like, I could hear it when I was listening to it. I'm like, oh man, I can just hear that going, like what I want to hear going on, and it would have sounded really cool. But that song, his voice was excuse me, his voice was really good, but and actually it was like the what made the song pretty decent was his voice was very good. So I'm sorry you didn't get to see me actually review it. My storage freaking, I guess I deleted videos, but I hadn't like deleted them again, that you have to do on iPhone, where you have to go to recently deleted and delete them again. So I needed to do that, and I didn't. So we're good now. I have like 30 gigs now. So we'll be fine. But anyway, we're gonna do Stardust by Frank Sinatra. I did the remaster. Hopefully that's not a mistake. We'll see how this goes. And also, before I start it, Virtual, you can suggest more songs by all means. I will definitely get to them. And I know you've been waiting very patiently, and I'm sorry that I've been so busy lately, but I'm going to try to get to these a lot more frequently, like I was in the beginning. They call that a remaster, dude? My gosh, it was clipping like crazy. They sound like they're recording in a closet or something. It just sounds really like, or like he has like like he's like singing with a microphone right here, but there's like a pillow right here. Like it just sounds really like there's like no room to breathe. It just sounds like just very what's the word I'm looking for? It just doesn't sound very open. Just just sounds like it's being restricted. What? Okay, I thought they remastered this. They put everything in the left. Like there's like hardly anything in the right ear. It's just all just flooded over here. And I feel like it would have made a big difference if you would have just put like his voice over here and her voice over here. Like just panned it. That would have been better, but it's all just kind of competing over here. Literally the only thing over here is that cello going. Dun, dun. That's the only thing on the right ear. It's like crackling and like just clipping, man. This is like whenever it starts going louder, it just. Ugh. Oh, oh, that's disgusting, man. That did not sound nearly as good as he thought that was, or he or she, whoever was playing that. It just like sounded super flat and just ugh, gross to listen to. It sounds like it's being projected through an old radio. Ah, it's disgusting. It's like nails on a chalkboard, dude. No, I don't want this. No, no. Get this ad out of my face. Freak, man. Uh, that was awful. That was terrible. I don't have anything good to say about that, dude. That was like, especially at the end. That I think it's a flute that's playing or whatever, but it's just like you'll have the sound kind of right here, and then the flute comes just absolutely overpowers everything, and is way too much treble, just like and thin. The whole song sounds so thin, and just restricted. It did not sound good. I did not like that at all. We're done with that. We're going to the Crystal Shit by the Doors.
Before you slip into unconsciousness, I'd like to have another kiss, another flashing chance at bliss, another kiss, another.
There, I mean, this one's better than the last one, but it's so strange how they're like mixing these. Like, this one's the vocals, like the vocals and the drums are over here while the guitar's over here, and it just and the drums sound like they're kind of like behind me, like over here, where like it sounds like the vocals are like over here, but just a really weird decision on the mixing. I think it's a keyboard. There's a keyboard over here. And I think that's a bass.
The days are
Sounds odd though.
and filled with pain, enclose me in your gentle rain. The time you ran was too insane. We'll meet again. We'll meet again.
So I think you have the bass and the drums over here with the vocals, and then you have the keyboard with the guitar over here. And it just makes it sound so weird, man. My brain's like, just what is going on?
Oh, tell me where your freedom lies. The streets are fields that never
Now I hear the bass over here. What the heck?
die. Deliver me from reasons why.
I think the keyboard sounds the worst. I think if they took the keyboard out completely, that would have made a big difference, because it is not working out with what's going on. Like, everything else sounds pretty okay-ish, but that's just like peeking way through everything else, where it's hard to pay attention to what's going on because the keyboard's just freaking. And the keyboard, their effect they put on their keyboard is terrible. Something. It sounds like a really old organ kind of thing, but not a very good one.
The crystal ship is being filled. 1,000 girls, 1,000.
And it's like they're trying to fill up space to make it sound like bigger, and they're doing that with his voice, putting like an absurd amount of reverb. But like when he starts singing louder, it just like is just overbearing. It, I don't know, like his voice isn't bad, but like the mix is just so weird. And this one's not the remaster like I did with the last one. This one's actual like the original version, and I'm just confused as to why they did what they did. But yeah, keyboard too much, his voice way too much reverb, just way too much. Why do they have a piano and a keyboard? That's such a weird choice. Okay, I'm actually thinking that that's an actual organ. I've come to the decision that that's an organ playing with a piano, and they should have just done the piano. What? Like, his voice isn't bad, whatever, but like that was just a big old mess. That just sounded. Oh gosh, that just was way too much. Yeah, that was really strange. Just the way that they mixed it and all the decisions they made with just how they wrote it is just. I am not into this song. This song is weird and not in a good way. It's very strange. whatever. Yeah, I didn't like either song. Both of them, I would say I did not like either one of them. Okay, well, Virtual, send me some more songs, dude. These are definitely songs I would have never heard in a million years, so it's interesting hearing them. I can tell that they're both very, very old. Like, this one's not nearly as old as the last one. The last one sounded like it was made in like 1920. So that was like, yeah, that was horrible. But this one sounds a little bit more modern. But anyway, thanks, dude. Sorry if I disappointed you with what I thought about it, but yeah, we'll see what else is left to come. So, thanks for tuning in. And English. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I will see you next time. See ya.